306 days. It has been 306 days since the launch of Operation Wildfire back in February, making it the longest wait between operations by over 40 days. A small margin, but seeing as how the holidays are almost upon us and most will be taking time to spend with their family over the next few weeks, it doesn't seem that the operation will be out before the year's end. Instead, the Counter-Strike team has released an unusual number of smaller updates over the last month, with some usable additions and many more hints at future content hidden within the code. So let's go over everything from the last month and try to figure out exactly where the operation is. Released on the 7th of December, a feature most of the community was waiting for. Pushed in an update is the ability to use HRTF with headphones with Counter-Strike, or Head-Related Transfer Function, essentially a simulation of how our ears can detect distance of sounds through slight delay and pitch shifts. This has been extensively covered by others over the last few weeks, so we won't get in depth. The update also pushed the annual holiday cheer, including some warm chickens and some crappy lights. Group lobbies was renamed to public lobbies, and instead shows nearby players' public games. Nuke also received a significant amount of balancing and optimization. This update also added support for the Perfect World anti-addiction system. Within the Chinese version of Counter-Strike Global Offensive, which is called the Perfect World client, different players can be grouped into different thresholds, depending on how long the player is online. If a player hits yellow, the experience earned during the game is halved, and if the player hits red, the experience earned is disabled. A new player model was also found a short time before this update, called the Heavy Riot. Not a whole lot of information was known about this model, but after decompiling it and finding all the files baked in, or at least the references to the files, there were folders called Heavy, Pro, and Phoenix. It has been speculated that this model has something to do with the heist game mode being tested, due to the money falling out of the bag the model is holding. The third update, which was pushed on the 13th of December, which was most notable for its redesign of the SAS player model. However, the update also brought a new C4 beep to be able to be more compatible with HRTF and better performance with public lobbies. However, the most important thing within this update comes within all of the post leaks. Number 1, unused grenade impact kill signs were found. 2, footstep shadows are now found within the files, and with buggy implementation in the game currently. There have been a couple of videos showing off this possible bug, and it appears that the CS team is experimenting with first-person shadows, starting with just the footsteps. What is going on here is a model called Contact Shadow is being placed if you have the CVAR enabled under the feet of your player. Number 3, physics-based dog tags sound references were found. Initially thought to be another form of cosmetic monetization, it seems that these dog tags are part of an upcoming game mode, due to the code's referencing with the dog tags being dropped by a player and then being picked up by a different player. And number 4, most importantly, a code called Player Decal Digital Signature, which is pretty obvious its point. Professional players' autographs would be used as the next generation of limited use paid sprays. And yes, it does seem that the farther and farther we get from the last operations, a few things become clear. First, it seems that the CS team is heavily experimenting with different ways of playing Counter-Strike. A heist mode, these dog tags that might point to a completely different game, and the co-op missions that are rumored to be developed all point towards this. The team may be trying to come up with the next big game mode for Counter-Strike, possibly shaking up the pros at majors, or maybe trying to monetize something else. However, most players just want the game improved and balanced, which leads to second, the team is remaking everything. Weapon sounds, player models, and maps. The only reason weapon remodels haven't happened is because of just how much of a pain porting all the skins over would be. The team seems to be trying to improve the game wherever possible, even though balancing has seemed to be strictly map-based for a long while. However, it seems that a large focus of the team is still on monetization and economic benefit within Counter-Strike Global Offensive. First we had paid sprays, then we had knife gloves, and it is at the point now that the team may be skinning anything, which is fine, actually. It's fine most of the time. Paid sprays are a horrible idea because they are a limited use version of something that was always free in every other Valve game. And gloves are only a problem due to their artificial scarcity and rarity, just making them another thing like the knives. All the gags seen on Counter-Strike Global Offensive Reddit with the colored smokes and skin grenades and bombs are completely possible. And as long as the implementation is fine, there's no problem. Make them as common as any other gun skin and make them a permanent fixture in a player's inventory. If so, it promotes trade in the community. It makes the team some money and can lead to a longer life for the game due to the many third parties building on the community. Third-party sites such as TradeSkins Fast can cause the community to grow. And this episode is sponsored by TradeSkins Fast, where you can trade in skins and immediately receive credit to pull out any skin of similar value in the TradeSkins Fast inventory. All trades are fast, and there is no extra cost to you. Check out the link in the description to learn more. And thank you very much for watching. If you want to be able to spend some time talking to me, I have a public Valve News Network Discord now, so go check that out, link down in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Tyler McVicker. This is Valve News Network. Have a good day. Adios.